Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barrett, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I often am on a marvelous Monday morning by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair in Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Fulla. Jen, how are you doing? How was your weekend? You're sick. You got a little thing going on, or
I got a sinus infection.
something?
I went out and did the yard, and I just pulverized everything with weed eaters and lawnmowers, and then blew it all up into the air and into my sinuses with the leaf blower, and now I have a sinus infection.
Yeah, because that's what happens. That stuff gets stuck up in there, and then you just get all backed up. It's weird. I had a lot of sinus infections last year when I first moved here, and I've had none for quite a while. Fingers crossed. I don't want.
That's good.
All right, guys. In case you notice, yes, I have a new webcam, which is actually worse than the one I had before, and it cost me $170. So Dell, you're about to get a return authorization request. This sucks, but we're gonna go with it today. Look at me, Jen. I mean, just like, look at how blurry I am. This is the best we can do.
Is it a filter?
I can do higher resolution, but then I move like a stop motion animation figure.
Well, plus is you look much younger. I'm sorry. Not that you don't look young all the time.
We just sent the Rumble
because
link
you
out.
do.
Well, I do look. I think I do look young for my age.
Yes.
We have a very important show for you today. But while we wait for the people from the Rumble side of the house to get in, just going to go through the usual stuff and talk to everybody about our wonderful sponsors and things like that. If you should miss any shows, go to mikebear.blogspot.com where you can pick up all cool stuff about me. That will lead you to the Rumble site. Over on the Rumble side of things, where you can get in and do chats. And one of the really cool things about Rumble is if you follow us on our channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, we have 6,000 followers here. We're trying to get to it'd be great if 1,000 of you guys subscribed for a mere $5 a month. You can subscribe to the channel, and that's the best way to support the show until this thing happens. So subscribe now, just in case it doesn't happen today. So you hit the little red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, and you can see it, barely see it there, lower right-hand corner. Hit subscribe. For $5 a month, you can support the channel, or you can Rumble Rant at any time, the green dollar sign. Just hit that, Rumble Rant. Please not less than $5, guys. And when you Rumble Rant and subscribe, your questions go to the top of the list when it comes time for questions and answers with Jen. I think we're only going to be on for about an hour today, so 5 or 10 after 11, and then I've got to go and Jen's got to go. Also want to announce I probably am not going to be here Wednesday, and I'm probably not going to be here tomorrow night, but we shall see. I have guests coming into town from out of town, spending time with them. Meantime, visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com. And you can get all kinds of cool CBD-based products for your health. What you want to do is slide over to the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, as in ALIEN, alien, no capital A, no S, just ALIEN. Hit the enter button, verify that you're over 18, and get this week's specials. There's some extra 10% off if you put in the Mark Z10 code, or Mark 10. Or you can get 50,000 dong to go along with your purchases. They have all kinds of cool stuff on sale at the wholesale price this week. The Delta 8 gummies, the regular gummies, a bunch of lion's mane, the sleep gummies, which are wonderful. The Lotion 2000 unscented stuff, that is really, really good skin cream. That's part of what keeps me looking young, Jen. It's the Lotion 2000.
It's got to be.
That's got to be it. Got to pick up some of that. And get on over there. Matt and Lucas are great guys, wonderful people over at the CBDGurus.com. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors over at MikeBarraPets.com, the Mushroom Ladies, Kristen and Diana. Of course, they're also wonderful people. I had them on just a couple weeks ago. You can go over to the Rumble channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, or you can go to mikebarrett.blogspot.com and pick up that show from just a week ago on Thursday. Hit the shop now button and pick up all kinds of mushroom-based holistic treats and supplements for your doggies, your kitties, your horsies, your donkeys, all them. It's great stuff. You've got I've got Barkley on the mush puppies and the mojos. He's running around again like a 5-year-old, and he's 12, just turned 12. They've got the mush puppies plus, all based on the Coriolis versicolor and Reese's mushrooms. The special sauce for dogs and cats, chill doggies for keeping a dog calm when you go out, and the Enforce line of mushroom-based supplements for human beings. These are really incredible. Diana told her story. I can't really say it on this stream, but go back to look at the stream from a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago. Diana tells you all about how these mushroom-based supplements cured her big problem. Also they've got chocolates, they've got coffee, they've got starter packs, they've got everything over there at mikebarrettpets.com. If you have any questions about any of your pet's health issues, send Diana an email. There's a link in the description. mikebarrettpets@gmail.com. That's Diana. She is Diana Musgrave. She is a certified pet nutritionist. She knows her stuff. Also, please don't forget to hit on over to the LifeWave line of patches. These things are really cool. The X39, X49. I got them on the SP6s. I'm on a bunch of patches. These are really, really cool things. The concept is it's an old military technology. The concept is that it reflects back your body's own infrared energy upon itself and helps you produce stem cells. Now, I was not into this. I have 3 friends, Joe and Scott and Ron, who absolutely swear by these products. That's what convinced me to get started. I'm going to have Michael Jaco on in a couple weeks or another week or so. He, as you know, he recently lost his son. Ice Wave patches for pain, all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of cool applications. You just stick these things on your body for 12 hours a day, and you can take them off and put them in your pet's bedding, and they get a little residual effect for a while. Link in the description, lifewave.com/Mike Barra. Awesome stuff. Jen, why don't you tell us what's happening over at jenniferfalaw.com this week?
If you'd like to get a reading with me or a healing, purchase my classes, reach Marcy Howell or Susan Gratz, go to jenniferfalaw.com. Everybody must email the person you purchase services with after purchase to schedule. And that's it. Go so jenniferfalaw.com today. It's all self-explanatory. Read the write-up, and whatever you're purchasing, it'll tell you what to do.
No specials this week. Okay, that is what's going on over at jenniferfalaw.com. All right, I'm going to go through here. I haven't gotten to any of the questions yet, but let's see if we go over to the Rumble side of the house. Yeah, we have a couple Rumble rants, so they're going to go first. Appreciate you guys doing that. All right, let's get to the news. And Jen, this feels like the biggest news day we've ever had. So I'm not
paying attention. I do that on Monday morning.
I got a whole bunch.
Really praying that I got weird Jentel today. So
this is gonna be an.
You go ahead.
Show. All right, we're gonna start with, and I'm just gonna start this first part. I'm just gonna kind of go solo here. All right, so this is posted on Twitter X by an account that calls itself Val Thor. That stands for Valiant Thor, which is a mythological galactic federation of light dude who supposedly hung out at the Pentagon in the 1950s. If you want, you can go take a look at AJ Gentili's Y-Files episode about it. It's probably not true, but a lot of people like the Valiant Thor thing. That doesn't matter. That's only the ID of the account. That's not the information. The information is very, very parallel to what I have been hearing the last couple of days. So I'm going to read it to you very quickly. Sunday, June 1st, 2025. The final stress tests are complete. The QFS goes global next. That's from Benjamin Fulford. So this is not from Balthor. It's from Ben Fulford. Now, you know me. I love Ben Fulford, but I also think he's batshit crazy. But he knows about the RV, and he knows people. So we pay attention. Follow up to that. Over the last 72 hours, Ben says, I've received confirmation from 3 separate banking insiders. All systems tied to the new sovereign QFS network have passed their final validation. Secondly, the RV and military operations are scheduled to go off this week. 209 nations have signed a historic treaty to reset the global currencies under GESARA. Okay, that comes from GCR on Telegram. The signing of a historic treaty by 209 nations marks the beginning of the greatest financial transition in modern history. Okay,
Wow.
possible timing. Friday, May 30th, 2025. That's Wolvie. I have it from very high sources that we begin this week. That's what I hear too, Wolvie. Zim bond redemptions are underway quietly, precisely, and every redeemed bond is fueling humanitarian efforts that bypass the old corrupt systems. Okay. That is the beginning. That is just the thing that happened. Got posted this morning. Now, I want to talk about a couple other things. The price of silver and gold appears to be going up rather significantly. Let me double check that. Gold price. Yeah, okay. Of course, it's giving me the gold price today is up $84. Silver is also going up. I believe this is smart investors positioning themselves for the transition to a new currency. I have one bond contact, the guy I call the bond holder. He has been saying for several weeks that he gets paid tomorrow, Tuesday. He gets paid. That's what he's expecting. That expectation has not changed. The other information I have, all right, here it comes. And Jen, feel free to comment on any of this if you get a hit on it, okay? Trump signed the final orders on Friday.
This is not in the written Jentel, okay? But this morning I was asking about what he's doing over there. What's going on with this? You know, why is he delaying everything? And what I got was military activity worldwide. Why? To reclaim territories. It's GESARA final preparations. Trump is getting papers signed and signing final treaties.
So that's true. Okay.
That's good.
All bond contracts are ready to go starting Monday. I now have been informed since I first received this, they will actually be on another day. Jen, what day did you get? Do you remember?
Well, I'll do the
Tuesday. Jen got Tuesday, and that
originally, I got like Tuesday evening.
Right. That has now been updated by this contact to I'm not getting it today. I'm getting it Tuesday.
Okay.
Final dinar rate. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
No, go ahead. I'll just line it out with the Jentel.
Okay. Final dinar rate is 431. That will happen early this week. The rate on the dong is not signed off on yet. And I believe Jen, that should be today. That should be signed off today. The Russia-Ukraine clash will not affect it. Don't be surprised if Russia crushes Ukraine very quickly, very shortly. And another peripheral information. Medbeds are tied to the gold-backed currency. It looks like the week after next for that. Definitely before the end of June. Obviously, we want it this week, not the end of June. The fund source of all that is called the Infinity Fund. The St. Germain and Rodriguez Trusts are both real, but they are not part of the GCR, and they do not have close to the amount of funds that everyone thinks.
Maybe that's the trust I was talking about when the Pope was announced dead.
Mm-hmm.
Not when he died, but and that it unlocked some huge trust. And Saint Germain and the other trusts that we're familiar with were not big enough. It was different.
Okay.
So maybe that's it.
I think that that's exactly what it is. And guys, if you remember when the Pope died, 3-4 weeks ago now, that's what Jen said, that there is a huge trust out there that got activated when his passing was announced. We don't know when he actually died, but we know when his passing was announced. The new US-based gold-backed currency is supposed to be released, wait for it, today. Possibly tomorrow, but today. The QFS is operational and working side by side with the current system. Now, here's the key point. It needs to be running completely on its own before the global currency reset can happen. So that's what we are waiting on. I would also like to remind everybody that TNT Tony told you on Friday that there was an attempted coup in communist China, that 4 generals had, quote, committed suicide. There were independent reports that verified that over the weekend, or that at least claimed that that was true.
Go to group text.
What's that, hon?
Go to group text.
Okay. Okay. The Infinity Trust was unlocked when the Pope passed away, and I am now getting bonds are going this week, and Nasara Jasara will be official throughout the world on Thursday.
Oh my God.
That's what I...
You're going to trip out.
So...
when I give you the Jentel... Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I've been getting over the weekend. I'm going to tell you this, Jen. I just want to add one little personal note, and then it's going to be Jen time.
Okay.
When I first got this information the other day, I am very cynical of this now. I'm not cynical. I assume every day the chance of it happening is 1% or less. But when I got this information, I got excited. It was an involuntary excited reaction. It was a tingler. I got a tingle. And then when Jen looked at it and gave us feedback, I got even more of a tingler. I have never been quite as excited for this as I am now, at least in the last 13 years. Since June 30th, 2011, when the Iraqi dinar was supposed to revalue, and instead they arrested the head of the IMF to stop it. I've never been this excited. I feel in my gut, people are asking me, what does my gut tell me? It tells me it's happening. It tells me a whole bunch of really big stuff is about to happen this week. That's what I think, based on the information I have. This information is not false. Tony is coming on at 3 p.m. Eastern. That's noon our time. I'll tell you what Tony's going to tell you. He's going to tell you it's going tonight or tomorrow. The last piece of information I have is that we will see this at midnight tonight. Now, I don't consider that 100% reliable in terms of timing, but I do believe there's a really good... I mean, it may happen at 2:45 in the morning, but I believe that's the plan. That's what I got from my side of things, Jen. I can't wait to hear the juicy stuff that you got in the Jentel. I didn't step on any toes. Did I go over? Did I say anything I shouldn't have said?
I didn't tell you anything about what I got. Except this one paragraph here. I'm going to go over that again because I didn't put it in the Jentel. I got it outside of meditation.
All right. So, guys, let's hit it for Jen.
Hi. Okay. Those of you who have been with me for a long time know sometimes it's more like a profit thing going on with me in the meditations, okay? I believe today's information is for the RVA community, but it's also for the humanitarians. And I was just told to trust and spit it out. So here we go. I either win or lose with this. Okay, but outside of meditation, this is what I got about what's going on in the world right now. Military activity worldwide. I asked why. He said to reclaim territories. It's the final preparations for Jassara. Trump has been getting papers signed and signing final treaties, contracts. Then currency rate changes may appear to be retaliation against the United States when they all change, and we do not. And then this is interesting wording. Then the USA territory will change their currency rate. So I want to get that in the recorded Jentel for the clips that people make. This is Jentel, Interdimensional Meditation for 6225. I met in the courtyard at the 6th level of heaven, and I called in Jesus and the Archangel team. The dress was white and silver. RV News. Jesus, I called Jesus and he approached and I saw that there was a woman with him. And when I walked up, I saw that it was the Blessed Mother. It was Mother Mary. And I'm like, okay, something's happening. Mother Mary doesn't care about my insecurities and going out and relaying a message, okay? I tried to get more information. I tried to get coming in the news, and she just looked at me like, this is what you're doing now. I'm like, okay. So here it is. Jesus approached holding Mother Mary's hand. The archangels followed behind them. You know, when I saw her, I'm like jumping up and down and ran up to her and grab her hands and stuff. Mother Mary said this. She said, lessons taught and lessons learned are the same. You will become what they need, and in turn, they will become your team. You will need a team. Tomorrow is an important day, a day of change, a day to celebrate. I'm crying now. I don't know why. Change will happen Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is your day. The fuck? I'm crying now. I don't even know. Give me a sec. All right. Phew. That hit me right there. The energy of that one. All right. And then she shows me this man in like medieval clothing. You know, I don't know what to call it, but medieval clothing. I think it's called a page, where they have like the balloon little skirt and the tights, you know, and he had a golden trumpet. And he was blowing a golden trumpet, like one of those long ones, like in the cartoons. And then I looked at her like, I cannot go out there and say this, you know, like I can't. I mean, what is that? And you don't argue with the woman, okay? I mean, she's, you know, Mother of God, all right?
She's Mother Mary, yeah.
Mother Mary is staring at me like, and she just looked at me and she said, trust. All right. And I said, what else can I tell the people today? That they have made it, that they will make a way. All right, so I did it. That's the Jentel for today. This is for the humanitarians. Okay? I mean, I think we freaking made it. So, tomorrow is an important day, a day of change, a day to celebrate. Change will happen Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is your day. I did ask in there in my thoughts, when are notifications coming? Trying to be specific with her. I think I got Wednesday. So in the next 3 days, there's a lot of change happening worldwide. We're going to hear a lot of things. There's a lot of things going down. I think it's Gisara. I mean, I think that they've signed the final paperwork. From what I got over here, I think Trump going over there seemed like a delay, which it kind of was a delay. But I think there was important things that he had to do there. My suspicion is the currency rate changes will appear as retaliation against USA because they do have military operations going on around the world, and it looks like everything's going to shit, okay? But it's not. It's a reclaiming of their territories that are owed to them for Gisara. And it was interesting that they called it the U.S. territory.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about more than the USA continent. We're talking about probably Canada and Australia and other
England
places.
And Australia, New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. The dress was silver. Well, it was like white with the sparkly silver all over it.
Yeah.
I hope it's happening because I'm like, they're like, trust, go out there and say this. I'm like, you know what? I'm sick. And, either way, I mean, the emotion of this one was hard to get out. I mean, I think that's real. I don't know what to tell you because I was totally fine before I started reading that.
It's interesting because I had the same emotional reaction to the information that what came out yesterday and the day before. Not the same emotional reaction, but an emotional reaction going, oh my fucking God, this is really happening now. It's finally happening. Here it is. So that's what I think. There are a lot of other people in this business that are far more cautious because they want to look at their long-term credibility. I'm just going to tell you what I hear and how I feel about it, what I think. And
I was mad with this golden trumpet.
Yeah.
She showed me that. I don't know if what I'm saying right here is blowing a trumpet or if that's what's happening right now. It's interesting the way he looked. I mean, he really looked like English royalty from medieval times or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
King Arthur.
And then when I was all worried about it, like, I can't go out there right now and say all this. It's kind of personal. I mean, she just looks at me and says, trust. When was the last time that they told me to trust? When they said, go out there and tell them that Donald Trump will be sworn in on the lawn of the White House.
November 21st on Friday. Yeah, 2021
at
on
6
Friday.
p.m.
And that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Let's just trust in this. I believe this is for the humanitarians. I believe this is for those, long time ago, Mother hasn't shown up in a long time. Recently, I've been talking about the angels in the field, okay, in my personal shows that I saw in another meditation a long time ago. I believe those are the humanitarians. And I was supposed to tell these angels something. They said there would be 3 calls. I don't know if I just blew a trumpet telling them that. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of like a personal story. It's a really good one. But I think this was a message to the humanitarians. I'm not quite sure about the lessons learned lessons taught and lessons learned are the same. You will become what they need, and in turn, they will become your team. You will need a team. Well, considering what I'm going to be doing, yes, I will need a team. Tomorrow is an important day, a day of change, a day to celebrate. Let's just see how this week goes, how much information comes in. And hope to God it's right.
But
We're
I
just gonna
expect a
trust.
lot.
Okay.
I
B, thank
expect
you
a lot.
God. This is our reality. This is how it's going down.
Keep in mind that the paperwork that Donald Trump signed off on Friday happened, but you didn't hear about it.
Nope. I
If Donald,
didn't. I didn't know.
yeah, if so, when Donald Trump signs the dong paperwork today to finish that off, you probably won't hear about it in public for a day or two, but eventually it's going to come out.
Okay.
Eventually it's going to show up in your Wise app. Eventually it's going to show
really
up.
talking about tomorrow as an important day, a day of change, a day to celebrate.
That's what it is.
I'd say that's probably, I don't know. I don't want to estimate. Change will happen Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is your day. So I don't know if that's when I have a personal appointment or what.
Yeah. Yep.
Or if that's when we get notifications. I was kind of thinking it was Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that would feel like maybe that would be the notification day.
Friday, it begins.
It begins.
That's when she showed me the man in the medieval clothing blowing this long golden trumpet. Golden trumpet. Wait a minute. I don't know. Well, I'll put it out and you guys can sit with it and see what if it means anything to you, if you pick up anything on this.
Post it in the Telegram rooms. All right. Almost 2,900 of you in the live stream today. We thank each and every one of you for being here. Again, please, if you can get over to Rumble and follow and then subscribe for a mere $5 a month. It helps support the show. I'm hoping personally by Friday we never need another subscription and we can give you guys all your money back and we can forget about it because we're all rolling in it. That's what I'm hoping. But in between now and then, do that or hit a Rumble rant. And the advantage of those two options is that your questions go to the top of the list. We have about 20 minutes, 25 minutes for questions before we let Jen go because she's not feeling well. Let's slide over to Rumble and get the Rumble rants rolling. And don't let them have come off. Please let this be. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. All right. So Erica, $5 Rumble rant, wants to know what you see for her as far as a job. Erica.
It's an administrative position.
Good for you. Cool Raul, I see you in there. I know you've been having trouble getting seen lately. I do see you there. Bilondi, Leslie, $10 Rumble rat. I had a weird experience where I felt something weird while driving last week. It felt like something entered and left my body. I felt woozy. Do you know what that was?
Well, it's probably not good. We don't let anything enter and exit our bodies.
We don't want to.
So, unless you're pregnant. That happened to me when I was pregnant with Faith. I just felt it when she came in.
Oh, wow. You're kidding.
Oh, yeah, good story.
That's very cool.
Why do you think I have all these good stories? It's so I can come out and teach everybody and use them later. But yeah, that was awesome. All right. That's what I got her name too. What was that?
As Leslie.
I don't think that you were like possessed or anything for a moment. I don't think anything. I'm really getting like this wave of adrenaline hit you all of a sudden, almost like this. I think that was physical. I do.
Okay. Angela, $5 Rumble Rat says, "Hi guys, do you see Jason and Angela, acquiring the land next to ours, or do we end up sharing with his brother? Or do we purchase it outright?" So Angela wants to know if she and Jason are going to buy the land next to theirs or share it with his brother.
Share, I heard. 50-50.
Okay.
Share it.
Okay. K.M. McCarty we really need your name, but I'm gonna guess it's Kim, but I don't know. KM McCarty, $10 Rumble Rant. Jen, you told me last week that I would be moving to more land and building my dream home. How soon will that happen, and how far away will it be? And then
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Within
6
50
weeks.
miles.
Okay, 6 weeks within 50 miles. And what about a med bed for her? Any notion of when she gets into a med bed?
September.
There you go, September. Nikki, $5 Rumble Rant says, my question is, I thought I was supposed to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone on Friday, but it didn't happen. Can you see if the timing is shifted or when it might happen?
10 days. 11 days.
Okay. Thank you for this message there, Nikki. Tree Man, $10. Try this again. When do we get the new house? I don't know, because I don't know your name. I need your name, Tree Man. I'm going to look for it further down. Unless you can connect somehow, Jen.
When do we what? Sorry, guys. I feel like crap.
Yeah, when do we get the new house?
August.
Okay, Red, White, Blondie. Again, geez, people, we need your name. Jen needs your name to connect. So difficult.
I know who that is. Go ahead.
Red, White, Blondie, $10 Rumble Rant. Jen, we have court tomorrow for Trinity. I have been praying and doing things in my power to have this baby stay. What do you see the judge deciding? Does the baby stay? So this is Trinity, the baby.
There's something about an extension of time with you.
An extension. There you go. Vicky, $10 Rumble Rant. Will I be going to Georgia this weekend or to Tennessee?
Georgia.
Georgia. Thanks so much for all you do. Jennifer Barusco. Hi, Mike and Jen. I was wondering when I would go to a med bed and would the recovery be long since I will be regenerating a new leg? I think your time in the med bed is long. I think the recovery time is only a couple days till you get used to your new body, as I understand it. But that's Jennifer. Let me see what you get.
I'm getting that the time in the bed is not long for that, which is surprising. The only thing that's long for you is learning how to walk again with a new leg.
Wow, it's cool. That's a cool problem to have.
Huh. It's not about you saying, oh, yes, I have a leg. I know how to walk. It's the brain recognizing this leg again, just getting all the motor skills and everything working again.
Yeah, because you've adapted. All right, let's go to the free questions. James Michael from Detroit, thank you for all you do. Thank you, James. Batman is here. What's up, peeps? Are you ready? You better be. Yeah, no kidding. Lee Milborn. My niece passed away from cancer and lupus in 2022. I'm very sorry to hear that. Does she have a message for me? It would help if we had her name, but Lee Milborn is his niece. Have a message.
I can't do mediumship today.
Can't
My
do it.
face is throbbing.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not going to be able to get you a clear message.
Sorry,
I'm listening to Gabriel right now.
We got to have the names on both ends. It's just much easier for Jen. Megan Angus says, do you see me getting a job working from home again, or will I not need to worry about it? Toothy grin emoji.
You're not going to need to worry about it.
Debbie Barbascus. Hi, Mike and Jen. Debbie here. My daughter Karen and family leave 6:20 for Disney World dance competition. Yay. Will I be going with them? I've been thinking about... Huh? I've been thinking about doing a loan for debts, maybe to have the money to go.
When are they leaving? 6:20. Hopefully you won't need that, but I just see you're going.
You see you're going. Good. Good. Okay. Rosalie says, my son Ray needs surgery. When do you see him in a med bed? You spelled Ray wrong.
As of now, I'm looking at like late July, possibly into the beginning of August.
Yeah, they seem to move pretty quickly on that stuff. Rita, hi, Mike and Jen. My name is Rita. I have a beach trip coming up. Will my RV appointment happen before or after?
Before,
Cool.
as of now.
Hi, Mike and Jen. Hope you feel better. My son left this morning for a DC trip with his class. He'll still be there Thursday. Hopefully, he meets Trump. Will his trip be safe?
Yes, it'll be safe.
It's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Stephanie was wondering whether you see me retiring soon or just taking a break from my current job to look for something more meaningful. Stephanie.
Retiring.
Good for you.
All right, let's finish up the Rumble rounds. I'm just not that clear today.
Okay. All right, we have a few more.
I mean, I was clear in the meditation, but now I'm not. Probably because I cried. Now my face is throbbing.
Yeah. Okay. Cindy, $5 Rumble rant. My daughter Brandy Walker wants to know when will her life get better so she's not struggling.
Well, it's kind of vague. Better. It depends on what you think is better. Shortly, 3 weeks.
Okay. Barbara wants to know about her MedBed appointment.
When?
Yeah.
Barbara.
Well, will she get her MedBed appointment before or after she moves to Arkansas?
Before.
She also says she enjoyed talking with you last week. All right, Sue, $5 Rumble rant says, do you see my husband Terry having to do jury duty this week?
Yes.
Okay. Mindy, $5 Rumble rant. Hi, Mindy. Thank you for being there for us. Will I be moving this year, and will I find a soulmate this year?
Debbie?
Mindy.
Mindy. Yes, there's a move in September. Soulmate is next year. Well, I don't know if it's your soulmate. I don't really get into that, but like, it's definitely like, kindred spirit, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. Somebody you've had many past lives with. It's not the person you were created with. But I think I see them coming in probably about March of this next year.
Okay. Sharon, $10 Rumble rant. Thank you, Sharon. Says, when do I get in a med bed and when can my husband come home? I don't know what that means exactly.
I do see him coming home just before Christmas. I think it's in November. August for MedBed for you.
Okay, August. All right. That's a Rumble rant. It was suggested, Jen, that you try colloidal silver for the sinuses, and I have had people say that does work for them. So.
Oh, I'm on ivermectin, amoxicillin. I mean, just every kind of supplement in the cabinet. I'm doing everything I can. This has happened before. Like usually when we go boating early in the year and I sit up in front of the boat and just like get pummeled with pollen and it just blows it up into my sinuses. So usually in June I'll get a sinus infection if I do that. So I kind of did that in the yard the other day. But when your face and your teeth hurt.
Yeah,
like
yeah, because it's plugged up. Yeah, so I know you're on medications and tried nasal irrigation too. Have you done that? Squeeze.
Well, I don't really want everybody to know what I'm doing, but thanks. I'll do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I hate? It's when you see the commercials for that, or like you're scrolling on Facebook and somebody's like irrigating their sinuses on that. I don't know why they put so many gross things on Facebook. It's just, anyway.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. So I'm going to go sit over some steam or something.
Okay. All right, guys, that is it for today. Short show. No Toxically Masculine Tuesday. Probably no Wednesday show, but I have a feeling we're going to have to do an emergency stream. I'm prepared to do that. So we shall see. I wouldn't say for sure I'm out for Wednesday, but to try to make it, just got to sort a few things out. So that's the situation. I'm pumped. Jen's pumped. The people talking to us are pumped. Everybody's pumped. Everybody thinks it's happening this week. Pay attention to TNT Tony. I'm just going to tell you, over the last 2 months, his information has strongly aligned with our information, including the angelic information. So pay attention to his call. There may be important bits of information in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why now all of a sudden? Why am I now clearer? No, I'm still not clear. Look at how blurry I am. Damn it. All right. I'm getting rid of this camera. I'm just going to stay with the old one.
You can make
Love
mine
you.
blurry. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It's okay. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. We will see you soon. Gird your loins, okay? Because this may be happening. Gird your loins.
Bye.